Hey, everybody. Welcome back to the Paste Studios. We're now live with Stephen Page. Stephen, thanks for being here.
How are you?
Doing well. Yeah, my day started off pretty good, and it's getting better now. We're stoked to share with the internet some songs that you're about to play, and congratulations on the album, too. So Discipline, Heal Thyself, Part 2 is out right now. It came out on September 14th on Fresh Baked Goods, Warner Music Canada. And so you're going to play 2 songs off of that, and we're going to dive back into the archive for 2 other songs. And can you tell us about the first one you're going to do?
Yeah, this is a song I wrote in the wake of the Charlottesville demonstrations last August. I saw the goons with the tiki torches chanting, "Jews will not replace us." And, well, I'm a Jew, and I saw those guys and thought, yeah, I wouldn't mind replacing you. So I wrote this song for them. Shit's about to get nice. Shit's about to get real fucking nice. Right now. Right now. Don't it make you swell with pride to learn this bigotry on many sides. White noise. Oh yeah. White noise. Oh yeah. Apparently to fix your nation, you gotta run it like a corporation, the kind you don't mind burning to the ground. I've had to learn to bite my tongue, or will send me back where I came from. I'll tell you as an immigrant and a Jew that I'd be more than glad to replace you. Throw away the Bill of Rights for anyone who isn't white. White noise. Right now. White noise. Right now. Let's have a second civil war. Let's have a second civil war. That's what the Second Amendment's for. White noise. Oh yeah. White noise. Oh yeah. Set the snowflake to the nationalist. I won't cease till you desist. You raise your flag, I'll raise my fist. Resist, resist, resist. I've had to learn to bite my tongue, or they'll send me back where I came from. I tell you as an immigrant and a Jew that I'd be more than glad to replace you. White noise. White noise. White noise. White noise. White noise. Thank you.
Man, that was great. That is a very much right down the middle, on the nose sort of. There's no nuance to the language there at all, and it's awesome. And it seems like the right way to deliver that message.
It's as somebody who tries to work in the world of metaphor a lot, writing a song with little nuance is kind of it feels uncomfortable, but I think at this point there's no messing around. I think you've got to be pretty clear about where you stand at this point.
Sure.
And that's part of what art is for.
And for me, the fact that it's you sing. I mean, I recognize your voice. I've known your voice for a very long time,
Right.
and so have a number of other people. I mean, this happened maybe 3 or 4 times in the studio. Like Everlast was in here the other day, and just talking to him was like, dude, I know that voice. Chris Robinson came in, and I'm getting the same feeling right now. And so hearing you deliver that message with that voice is just amplifies the power of it. So it's,
Oh, that's really cool. Thank you.
yeah, man, thanks for sharing it with us. Can you talk a little bit about your upbringing and how social justice and activism sounded like it was a fundamental part of your upbringing, and you've been.
Yeah, sure. I think, I grew up in Canada in the suburbs of Toronto. Both my parents were teachers and, very active on the labor front as teachers, as part of the teachers union and strike organizing and everything. I remember all of that growing up as a kid. And growing up Jewish too. I think I always felt, or I always understood that social justice, which has somehow become a bad word to be a joke. Like, that shocked me when I realized that social justice is used as a pejorative now, because I thought that was the goal of Western society, was justice for all people of all backgrounds, economic and ethnic, and whether it's sexual orientation or anything else, so that we could all live in an equal and just society. And that's what my parents brought me up to believe. So when I became an adult and was in a band, early on, Bare Naked Ladies, a lot of what we did were benefits. It's how you get gigs. Our first ever show was a benefit for a food bank in Toronto. And that sounds more innocuous, but I think of food banks as equally a political statement as protesting against the government, because I fundamentally believe there should be no reason for a food bank. The fact that we have them, my involvement to try to raise funds or awareness or anything else for food for a food bank, my goal would be to eradicate them, to not have the need for them. So all the way through Bare Naked Ladies, that was kind of where activism went. I was quite active in the New Democratic Party in Canada while I was living there. And Ed Robertson, my partner in Bare Naked Ladies, and we started writing political songs as early as our second record, writing songs about Quebec separatism, and then moving on to albums like Maroon and Everything to Everyone. We started talking about world affairs, the beginning of the Iraq War, and so on. So it's in my DNA as a songwriter.
Good. Well, thanks for coming here and sharing them with us. I'm glad we can use this platform at Paste to amplify your voice and that message. So thanks for doing it. And everybody, don't do it right now, because we are live right now. But after this stream ends, check out the video for White Noise. I was just watching it.
You can open it in a separate tab and then play it over top of the next song.
Okay.
The visuals would not work with this next song, though.
Can you tell us what is coming up next? Is this also off Discipline, Heal Thyself Part 2?
Actually, we're going to go back a few albums to Page One, which is the first record I made after leaving Bare Naked Ladies. And it's a song that Craig Northey, over here on guitar. Craig and I, some viewers may know Craig from the band Odds. And Craig and I wrote this song together in, 2010, I guess. So 2009, 2010. And Kevin Fox here on the cello has been playing with me from the very beginning. So this one's in our body. We got muscle memory on this one. It's called The New Shore.
As captain of this band of merry sailors, I'm a black mark, I'm a failure, but before you watch me drown, I'm relinquishing command for something I don't understand. This man's about to turn his whole life upside down. I set a course for a new shore. It looked the same as the one before, and I forgot what I'd been sailing for, and why I thought this time would be different. I do most of this by feeling let go of the wheel. The constellations do the navigation on their own. Whilst yearning for adventure, dreading censure and absentia, I would rather be at sea than be alone. I set a course for a new shore. It looked the same as the one before, and I forgot what I'd been sailing for, and why I thought this time would be different. Of the charts we drew, they said there wasn't anything but fairy tales. I showed them it was you, I told them you were everything a fairy tale could be. The boat sails by. so do I swear this time will be different. I settled here on a new shore. My lips were blue and my legs were sore. And I forget if I was pushed or I jumped overboard. And after all this time, what's the difference? Ooh, 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 ah. Land ho, land ho, land ho, land ho. Land ho, land ho, land ho, land ho, land ho, Thank you.
All right. Thank you, guys.
The embarrassing part is the fact what the viewers can't see is there's actually about 150 people in here. And you can only hear like three
Only
people clapping.
4 of them liked
but this
it.
room is packed with completely unimpressed people.
Oh, man. That is, of course, not the truth. I mean, there are exactly as many people in front of this camera as there are behind it right now, and every one of them is stoked. And everybody on the other side of the screens are stoked, too. Got a lot of comments coming in. There's a whole lot of requests for you to run for office in Canada. And do you ever, is that a possibility? Is that a reality? Maybe?
No, I don't think so. You know what?
Okay.
I used to feel that pressure a little bit when I was particularly involved. I've been living in the U.S. for a decade now, and means I can't vote in Canada anymore. So never mind run for office. I'd have to move back to do that. And I'm quite happy living in the U.S., but I can't vote in the U.S. either because I'm not a citizen yet.
And all the felonies, probably. And all the felonies, probably, I would assume.
Yeah, that's true. Actually, there are no felonies on my record. Just want everybody to be clear about that. My record is clean.
Will just be full of sarcasm and things that are not true. Hopefully that comes across on the internet the right way.
Well, there are
and don't
questions.
just find some interesting new entries on your Wikipedia page tomorrow.
Oh, I can't wait.
Oh, man. Well, thanks for coming by. So you played 2 songs so far. And where do we talk a little bit about where people can see you? I know you tonight at the Highline Ballroom in New York City, which is, if it weren't so rainy, it's walking distance from here, from the
Yep.
studio. You guys are going to be at Daryl's house on Saturday, which sounds like a ton of fun.
Daryl won't be there, though. Apparently,
Oh,
he
man.
doesn't own it anymore. So that's unfortunate. Maybe it's owned by Daryl Dragon now from Captain and Tennille.
Yeah, it could be.
That would be nice. Everybody gets hats. We're touring all over the U.S. Apart from most of the Southeast. People in the Southeast are not happy, but I'll tell people we are looking at doing stuff early in the new year in the Southeast as well. But we're if you go to stephenpage.com/events, you'll find all my tour listings, and U.S. tour goes all the way till December. So
Yeah,
we're,
that's and the North American. I mean, there's dates all the way out until May of 2019. So you're gonna be everywhere.
yeah,
US and
Canadian
Canada
tours all the
between.
way through May. doing some orchestral shows in Eastern Canada early in the new year. We just did the UK, but hopefully we'll go back there again this year as well.
Cool. Well, if you do make it down to Atlanta, when the southeast dates are announced, stop by Paste down there. Paste is an Atlanta publication, and
That might make the whole tour worthwhile.
I'd love to say hi. There's always beers down there, always fancy beers, and it's a fun office. So anyway, so you've got a third one to play. Can you tell us what you're going to do next?
Sure. This is one from the new album called Gravity, and it's imagining a world in which fact-based things like, say, science are contradicted and considered to be false, and that superstition is the truth. It's a distant future, dystopian science fiction kind of thing that I've imagined. It's not based on anything true, but in this case, science is the enemy. And so this is how the whole world ends, when all mankind at last repents for self-appointed governments that make no sense, and hence we no longer rise to their lives. And say goodbye to scientists who hide the truth behind a mist of fancy words and Mayan twists. We can't believe you're buying this, 'cause we were wrong, we knew we were wrong. Yes, all along we knew you were wrong. We sing this song to prove you were wrong. Yes, all along we knew you were wrong. And all I can be is what God tells me to be. And now we live in a world where they've outlawed gravity. Yeah, we live in a world where they've outlawed gravity. Pythagoras and Copernicus, just mortal men like the rest of us. We let them get the best of us, and now we failed God's test of us. Because you were wrong, we knew you were wrong. Yes, all along we knew you were wrong. We sing this song to prove we were wrong, 'cause we got wrong from being so strong. And all I can see is what God tells me to see. And now we live in a world where they've outlawed gravity. Yeah, we live in a world where they've outlawed gravity. Calculus and astronomy, the pale beside Deuteronomy. We banned the drugs, banned the sodomy, and now we fix the economy. Because you were wrong, we knew you were wrong. Yes, all along we knew you were wrong. We sing this song to prove you were wrong. When we were wrong, 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 wrong. And all I can see is what God tells me to see. And now we live in a world where they've outlawed gravity. Yeah, we live in a world where they've outlawed gravity. Gravity. Oh, if he wanted you to know the answer, don't you think you'd have the cure for cancer? If God wanted you to know the answer, don't you think you'd have the cure for cancer?
Yeah, no, clearly just from your imagination and not that doesn't echo anything that's actually going on in the present reality.
Not at all.
Yeah. Dude, you have to when we wrap this, you have to check out President Trump's stand-up comedy routine from the UN General Assembly this morning. It is echoes some of the sentiments in that song. It's horrifying. It is, but you can't stop watching. It's just you got to see it.
I can't stop watching it.
Yeah. And
It makes my stomach hurt.
yeah, it's rough. It's not good, man. It's
So yeah, I think there is definitely. I mean, I guess maybe that's part of the plan is just overload us with idiocy, where we have to just tune it out, and then if we tune it out, then we don't engage, and if we don't engage, I mean, if the only place we engage is on social media by sniping at each other, then we don't actually organize and get things done and make changes. I mean, that's maybe how he got elected, partially, is by people who felt disenfranchised and disengaged, and all of a sudden they rallied the troops and they actually voted for the first time in their lives. And I think it's time that people stop being so complacent. I think, and I think the rest of the world needs to stop feeling so superior. We're not that far off. Canada, the UK, we're all teetering on that edge of chaos.
well, thanks for
Delicious chaos. That's not a criticism. It's just an observation.
Thank you for your contribution to do something beyond just bitching on social media about what is happening and how it can improve, and putting this album out because it's full of the messages that you've been delivering today, and it's important. So thanks for doing it.
Well, thank you. I try not to involve that. Social media for me is about selling things. It's very important that I use it for selling concert tickets and records, streams of singles, and promoting things. Because anything else, it's just a shit show. I can't be bothered.
Records such as Discipline, Heal Thyself Part 2, which is out right now. We just heard 2 songs from it. It's out on Fresh Baked Goods and Warner Music Canada. So thanks for coming and playing 2 songs from it. And you're going to do a bonus song. We've got number 4, which is, can you tell us about it?
We'll do an oldie from my old band, the Bare Naked Ladies. This is from our first album. And it's called Brian Wilson. Partially about the Beach Boys, Brian Wilson. Partially about 19-year-old Stephen Page. And fun to play still after all these years. Thanks for having us in. Is that okay? Is that in tune enough for you? Yeah? These guys are pickier than I am with that stuff.
Drove downtown in the rain, 9:30 on a Tuesday night, just to check out the late night record shop. Call it impulsive, call it compulsive, call it insane. But when I'm surrounded, I just can't stop. It's a matter of instinct, it's a matter of conditioning, and a matter of fact. You can call me Pavlov's dog. Ring a bell and I'll salivate. How'd you like that? Dr. Landy, tell me you're not just a bad guy. 'Cause right now I'm lying in bed just like Brian Wilson did. Well, I'm lying in bed just like Brian Wilson did. Just staring at the ceiling tiles, and I'm thinking about, what to think about. Just listening and re-listening, just smiling
I had a dream that I was 300 pounds, and though I was very heavy, I floated till I couldn't see the ground. I floated till I could not see the ground. Somebody help me, I couldn't see the ground. Somebody help me, couldn't see the ground. Somebody help me, because I lay in bed just like Brian Wilson did. Oh, when I lay in bed just like Brian Wilson did. Oh, yeah! Jump downtown in the rain, 9:30 on a Tuesday night, just to check out the late night record shop. Kinda impulsive, kinda convulsive, you can call it insane. Oh, when I'm surrounded, I just can't stop.
All right, that was great, guys. Thank you for coming and sharing these songs with us. We appreciate it very much.
Our
Have a
pleasure.
great night tonight. You got a show at the Highline Ballroom in New York City, so enjoy that. Enjoy Daryl's house, even though Daryl Hall's not going to be there. It sounds like a ton of fun anyway, and all the tour dates are up at stephenpage.com. There are a ton of North American dates announced all the way out until May of 2019. So travel safe and enjoy them. And thanks for coming and sharing these songs with us, man. We appreciate it.
Thanks for having us in.